Welcome back, everyone. The thing is that my story is very simple. Before Christ, I didn't want nothing to do with Him. I was following my own desires, chasing everything that I wanted. I was falling into lust. I was lying. I was stealing. And then when I was a freshman in high school, I had friends that were not pointing me closer to Jesus. They were just pointing me further and further away from Him. One of those friends that I had was a Satanist. I thought he was just messing around, but he actually meant it. The thing is that you gotta be very careful on who is your friend. You gotta be very careful. I didn't realize that. And then when I was a sophomore, I moved schools and I started asking questions about Jesus. So many people, they don't want nothing to do with Him. But I was just curious about Him. But my teachers, they could not even give me the answers that I needed. So I went to Jesus Himself and I told Him, if you love me, show me. And I said, make it rain if you love me. And He did. The first time He did, I thought it was just a coincidence. But the second time He did, I was like, okay, He's real. And I said, Lord, forgive me of everything that I committed. It wasn't really something very in detail. And then I said something on the lines, Lord, I repent on everything that I did. And I'm not even joking. After I said that, I felt like a warm feeling around me. After I prayed that prayer, I just felt like a warm feeling around me. And I didn't know what that was. I was like, what was that? But I was like, okay, now I want to actually follow Jesus. And then 1 year after, me being a junior, I decided to grow my hair out to be a little bit like Jesus, but I am nothing like Jesus. That's a fact. And I feel like the reason that I decided to do that was because I was more like, how do I put this, a baby Christian. And there was so much that I did not know when I was a junior, but I still decided to follow Him. And then when I was a senior, my last year, I knew a little bit more about Jesus. No, take that back. I knew a lot more about Jesus. And now I know even more about Jesus. But that does not make me an expert. I am not an expert on the Bible. I know, how do I put this? I don't know everything. You know, a few things. I'm gonna be completely honest, I have not read the full Bible at all. I have not read the whole entire Bible. I have read like a few parts of it. No. Yeah, I've read a few parts. I'm in I forgot where I'm at, but it's not in the New Testament. It's somewhere in the Old Testament. But thank you for your help and your feedback. God bless.